Hey guys, welcome back to the Baddie Playpen. Hope you guys are having a good time. Morning first, host Herbert,
Ronnie,
Mark,
Enrique,
and Jonathan. So we have something coming up. The Arbor Rivera Menudo Run. This is their 40th annual run. It's a 5K or a 10K run or fun walk, they call it. This Saturday, August 26th. If you have nothing to do, go join them. I think you can still sign up, show up. Race begins at 8 a.m. at the Whittier Narrows Park, South Amani, or just even show up. Just say, I didn't know you guys are here. Like, what's up? And just get free menudo and stuff. But no, just show them up, show some love. All the proceeds benefit the 2024 scholarship fund. So have you guys ever got a scholarship here? I never had a scholarship in my life. Like, I always applied for them, but never got a scholarship.
I was just way too average. Like that's been my whole life. I was just like run of the mill.
I've gotten a little lucky. I had one that was like $500, but only because I was a veteran. Like,
really?
and I feel that's a small community, so
nice.
Not a lot of people.
Honestly, if I had ChatGPT back when I was in school, I would have gotten a
No,
couple.
dude, I used that for my last one, and I'm gonna use it. I'm like in the next week or two because it's just opened again for fall semester, so I'm gonna use it again. But
but I think you always have to have a story, though. You know what I mean? Like your story has to.
Yeah, tell ChatGPT.
Okay, but like my story's boring. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have like a
heartfelt.
Yeah, a story or maybe like my parents got divorced and stuff like that, going through school. See, Herbert, you could have gotten a scholarship.
There was no like scholarship for divorced kids. There was just not like I was gonna do a sad story because I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, you thought
the first few months were like, oh my god, like my life is terrible. Like what's gonna happen? I'm gonna, But after the fourth one, I was like, it's not bad.
And then you get 2 holidays. You told me about that. And
2 holidays, I get to eat more. Everyone kind of pities me, so it's like it's kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with it.
Like your family loves you more, or no?
Yeah, but my tío wouldn't. I remember my tío wouldn't acknowledge that my dad wasn't around for like the first year.
Oh my god, your tío?
Yeah, because he didn't. I don't know.
Your tío from your dad's side or your mom's
side?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so try to like he didn't want to talk. Mexicans sometimes don't want to talk about what's going on.
I mean, did he have like a good relationship with your dad?
It was good enough. Yeah.
But what did he step up to be your dad?
My uncle?
Yeah, why not? That'd be cool.
Well, I don't know, but anyway, there's no scholarships for divorced kids.
Yeah, but no scholarships though. Like Enrique's saying, there's some people that don't apply to these. There's like tons of scholarships out there.
And if you're the only one applying, you might just get it.
You get lucky, and then that's $100 or $1,500.
Dude, I even applied for like a women's scholarship. Like, because the criteria was like not specific enough, but it was like for supporting women and stuff. And like, I was like, I support women.
What was not specific about it?
Well, that I didn't have to be a woman.
Okay.
So like, you know what I mean? But like, I put a whole narrative about like, and I honestly, I did it when it was like due that day, that midnight.
Yeah.
And it was like 11:30. And like, I only spent like 10 minutes creating this thing. I made like half the length of what they were asking for. But I was talking about the baddies, about my personal life, about how I help women and support women. And I didn't win that one. But
I thought you were gonna say about the hot women. He almost said hot women. Come on, man.
But it was cool. It was funny. It was interesting.
I
don't think I've ever seen Ricky support any single woman.
Maybe we don't hang out enough. Maybe you should love me more and hang out more.
That's true.
Yeah, but no, scholarships.com. I think that's a place to find the scholarships. I think right, scholarships.com or somewhere. I don't know. You can find them anywhere.
Wait,
there's even an app. I think it's called Scholly, like SCHOLLY, and it's like a whole database just full of different scholarships, and you can filter out like which ones would probably like work for you. And I think they even have you answer like a questionnaire or something like that. And it's just a bunch of scholarships that a ton of people probably don't know about.
Damn, so this probably is a divorced kid scholarship.
Maybe there could be. Honestly, there's literally so many out there, and you can just apply to all of them.
Eventually, if the baddies get big enough to where I think we should be, is that I really think we should start a scholarship program. Like eventually.
We actually did talk about that a while back.
Yeah. But what would be cool? I seen like groups like donating like shoes to like runners, like high school runners, because sometimes like when you're in high school, like I don't know, sometimes like your parents don't want to buy you that extra like Nike, I don't know, the new Nikes coming out. So it's like donating shoes to the people, because there's some good runners out there, and with a good pair of shoes they can even be better. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like
take it up a notch.
Yeah, like shoes change your running. Like Ronnie had a bad knee for a while, and he got a new pair of shoes, and it kind of helped him. Does it motivate you? It kind of does. Like, have you guys ever thought about, when you remember going back to school though, when your parents would take you and go shopping? I don't know if you guys ever did that when you're like in high school, and then right? And then you'll get like a nice pair of shoes, like your
You get like a new wardrobe in a sense.
like a whole like I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 pairs of like, and then you'll be wearing them the same week, you know? Like,
no, that first day of school. That first day of school, though, at least for me, I don't know. It was always new clothes. That first day of school, I was like, hell yeah, like
you wore your best shit.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah.
You were hoping someone would bring up how good you look.
Dude, I used to be that kid that I always like to like match my shirt with my shoes like the same color, you know what I mean? Like keep it that like nice going. And I remember the night before I was set up my work, like my not uniform, but like I was gonna wear, sleep next to it. Yeah, like and make sure they're all nice and clean, and then wear it. And dude, after the first week, like you said, then everything will go back to normal. But it's always the first week of school, man. That it was awesome. Like seeing everybody back in school.
Did it ever happen to you guys? Like you show up to school like wearing a fit, and then you see someone wearing the exact same
I was
fit.
thinking the same thing.
Same shirt, and you're like, bro, like
we go to the same place.
Like Zoomies or something, or Tilly's.
Remember there was tap out shirts? Remember those?
The tap out shirts. Yeah. There's always a trend though. Every year there'll be a trend, and now it's even like because of TikTok, there's more trends. Like people wear the same like hats, people wear everything the same, which is whatever. But I know Enrique started school though.
I hope he's wearing like a different color baddie shirt each day of the week.
Like Enrique doesn't like to even say to his friends that he's a baddie. That's kind of messed up. Like I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think if it wasn't because of us, he would not.
Do you realize we were here before them? We've been here at your lowest.
And I mention you guys all the time.
No, you don't.
You guys are not directly related to the baddies. You guys are my friends, and then the baddies.
But can you just
It's called a hierarchy.
Shut up.
No, yeah.
So
using big words.
You're not embarrassed as friends, but when it comes to the baddies, you are embarrassed.
It's all the same thing, bro.
It's not what the baddies do. It's the name baddies.
Okay,
there is a lot of I don't want to say children. A lot of adults out there that are all sorts of ages, and the word baddies doesn't fly well. It is a funny word. It sounds cool. It sounds cool to nobody that I've ever met.
Everybody says that they love the baddies.
In Jonathan's defense, I'm sure the beginning of this was kind of just a joke.
That's what it's still. It kind of. It's a more serious joke now.
Yeah, exactly. It started off as a joke, so the name was just kind of like, it's funny. But then it actually turned into something.
And really
look, my flask where I carry water, it has a baddie sticker. The amount of times I've been asked about baddies, that's funny. What's baddies? And I was like, yeah, that is funny. And I say what it is. I just don't say too many details. I'm like, oh, it's a fitness group towards where I live. We do this and that. But I support them. I'm with them. And it's not like I don't back away from it. I just don't like using the word baddies with people. You know what I mean? I've worn a baddie shirt like once or twice, but I've been asked so many questions because obviously you're sitting in class. People behind you read whatever your shirt says. And it's like, oh, I saw that your shirt was like LA baddies or whatever. Like, what's that about? And I was like, oh, baddies. Like, it's always the word baddies that catch people's attention.
Actually, that reminds me. So on my current resume, I got a new job. And I actually listed that I was part of like a fitness hiking group.
Yeah.
You put lab instead of baddies.
No, I didn't even put the name. But they asked me about it. I was like, I saw this. Like, oh, so it's like, tell me about that. What is that? I was like, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's what we are. I was like, so what's the name? I put like, oh, we're LA hikers. I
see what I mean? Like,
I lied.
It's just not professional. It's not attractive.
I'm saying it to someone with like a collar and buttons.
That's what I'm saying. It's not professional. It's not attractive. Yeah. Like if we can laugh, it's fun about it. Like amongst adults, it's cool. But like, I don't think baddies is a word I want to drive our name with.
Like, but okay, but you could back it up. Be like, look, it's sorry. It's just it grew up on us. We started, like you said,
you shouldn't even say sorry though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Like, embrace it, bro. I say I'm part of the baddies. If they ask me, like, I'll tell them.
Yeah, like, actually, I tell all my friends and my coworkers.
Say it with confidence and sounds good. Like, I'm part of the baddies.
Yeah, and then exactly. You got to own it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, this guys.
Group, it started with you guys, so why are you going to shy away from it?
And we have inspired a lot of people. And we've been inspired by others, too. It's like both goes hand in hand, right? And Kristen, like, she came back today. Kristen, you guys know Kristen. Oh, yeah, she came back today, bro. After her injury, she ran 3.72 miles.
I have not seen her in months.
Dude, yeah, I know. I seen her. It's like, wow, like you're back. Like it felt awesome to see one of the new, like the first baddies, I guess. You know what I mean? Like she's been with us since day one, almost Iron Mountain.
Basically, yeah.
So it's kind of like seeing her coming back, and she missed the mountains. She says like, dude, I want to go back to the mountains because she can't hike, because of her injury. Mm-hmm. But dude, I'm hoping she gets better ASAP, so we could go hiking. She wants to do harder hikes, but she can't right now. She can only do like easy hikes.
Yeah, I told her like honestly, take it slow. Go run, do some physical work, whatever you have to do, but like take it slow. Baby steps.
I think she's been doing a PT or physical all right, PT. So
physical therapy. Yeah.
So she's been doing all that. I think it's been going pretty good. I know that the doctor has been telling her not to run, but she's
excessive stress, I guess, on the body part that's injured.
But I hear a lot of. You hear a lot of crazy stories out there, like people getting hurt and they still like are able to do marathons, and you go on and on. So, and then basically, I feel like Kristen, like her injury, cause sooner than later, if she takes it slow, she'll be back up and running. And she has, I think, she has a marathon, a 10K, I believe, and a half marathon. She wants to do the LA marathon by next year, cause that's next year. So she's gonna train for it, and. Hey, I give
like I know what you said is true, that some people with injuries will still work out, but I also don't advertise it. I think injuries are different, and like you don't want to push to the extremes if your injury will get you worse. So like if it's like the kind of injury that you just fight through, cool. I'm all for fighting through pain. Like don't be a wimp, fight through it. But if it's not being a wimp or being weak, if you fight through an injury and it gets you in a worse condition. I'm not about getting more injured, but I hope she heals fast. I hope she's healthy, so I hope she'll figure it out. But she'll meet her goals probably by next year.
Yeah, definitely. And then we did have. I know last week we didn't have a podcast, but we did have a Toda Madre hiking. Me and Enrique went to it. We did Mount Baden-Powell, and it was fun. We started at 5:00. Yeah, we got there at 5:00. The parking was. You're right, Ronnie. The parking was like.
Is it a B?
It was packed.
Oof,
we parked we got lucky. We kind of parked like on the side, like. We got lucky to park like nearby, but it was still dark. We saw the sun rise, and I don't know, people were coming down because it was so cold at the top. You know how it gets cold like when it's like barely like the sun is rising. Like there was like a lot of wind, so people were coming down.
Yeah, it was definitely windy, but it was so nice to see so many people, and then like. At the end, it was just so much fun to there was food, there was a couple drinks, like all sorts of drinks. I'm not just saying alcohol, but like there was drinks of all kinds, there was foods of all kind. It was really cool to see people hang out after the hike and just vibe, just hang out, have a good time. So it was really cool.
Yeah. And then we saw like Enrique said, a lot of familiar faces, like, bro, how's it going? And then people were asking about us, like, what's up? What happened with the baddies? Like, the baddies, like, are you guys going to do hikes anymore? Like Yami even said, she's like, are you guys going to do night hikes? And I was like, wait, I do want to bring back the night hikes. So we talked about it, Ron. I want to bring back the night hikes. It's like we miss those night hikes, and we want to do in a big event
next Friday.
This Friday.
That's tomorrow. Next Friday.
Yeah, but we want to do some night hikes, so stay tuned for that for sure. I'm down to do some easy, hard. No, let's do easy ones because at night it's like we want to have a good time. Herbert, I know you're injured. You had some type of what was it? What was it called?
I have a foot problem that's that I've been told not to walk.
That's a good excuse. But are you going to be back soon?
Yeah. Well, I'm going back tomorrow to see my podiatrist, and I'm really hoping. He said 3 or 4 sessions. I should be good. So tomorrow's my 3rd. So I'm hoping tomorrow's the last, or at least the 4th.
Is it plantar fasciitis or whatever it's called?
He didn't use that. No, it was a corn. And it got
that's completely different.
Yeah,
and it got infected.
It's infected, and bro,
it got infected. Was it because you lagged? It was your fault, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't catch it. He said that
your fault.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe my fault. So I tried to treat it in house, and that didn't work. It was probably a month, and after I saw it, it looked the same. Like the little thing was eating me alive. So I went to my doctor, and he said, "Well, it looks like you have a corn and it's infected." He shaved off the callus, and he says, "Do you see that it's bleeding? Well, it's infected." And I guess I wasn't gonna be talking. Do you guys want to talk? You want to actually?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm actually pretty interested.
So I did my procedure. You don't want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did my procedure. My first procedure, he diagnosed it, and he said, "I'm gonna put acid on it, and then see what happens."
So was it like tripping?
Was it a tab of acid he gave it?
Oh no, I wish, dude. I was like, stay, close your eyes. No, yeah. So he gave me acid on my callus and ended up burning a little bit. He told me come back 2 days. Okay, and it's like, and then I saw, and then he showed me like, okay, so you see, there's still blood. Do you see those? There was like 8 dots on the callus. Those were my vessels, blood vessels. Ouch. So he said that's infected. Okay, he said, all right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take it off. So he got like
Some pliers or what?
no, he got like I don't know how to explain it. It was like what's a scapula? No, scalpel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a knife.
Yeah, a knife, but
Like
it was
yeah.
but it was like a rectangle shaped. So he was like using the edge to cut it. Anyway, he was
Ew.
cutting the sides, but mind you, this is attached to my real. So the actual
It's
corn
your
is
foot, bro. Yeah.
The corn is bad skin. On the outside, good skin. So Matt, he's digging, and the deeper he digs, I can feel that tear of skin, and it was some of the most. It was honestly, I was looking at him.
Were
I
you
was like,
crying?
no, bro, I was sweating. I was drenched.
Good. That's gonna make you into a man.
I was
pain
looking-
tolerance makes you into a man.
I literally was looking at this older Asian man picking at my foot, and I just see him just digging, and then skin coming out. I was like, I can't believe this is my life right now.
Did you record?
No, record? No, I
No,
didn't.
record. No, record. Like record.
No, I didn't. So he did. It was bleeding, and he kept saying, "Does it hurt?" And I said, "Yes." Okay, he was like, "Give it a second." And he kept digging and digging.
Does it hurt? Yeah.
Bro, like it like my foot was covered in blood. Like it was some of the most.
Oof.
It was, and if like, see, if you can feel, like, if I'm like pulling Jonathan's skin right now,
My foreskin.
on your hand. Yeah, stupid ass. Anyway, so do you see that? You feel that feeling? That's how my foot felt, but it hurt because it was constantly like pulling my skin. Eventually, he scooped it out, and he showed. He like, "Do you want to see it?"
Wait, he showed you the corn?
He showed it to me. He's like, "Do you see
What was
it?"
it? Like, how did it look?
So it looked like dry. Picture like just a clump of dry
Skin?
skin that's kind of red purple. It was like a ball.
Damn.
So
Oof.
then there was a hole in my foot,
That's rough.
and then that hole was just filled with blood. He's like, don't worry, it'll stop. And he put medicine on it. He says, I'm gonna put acid on it. It's gonna burn, but this will help. So tomorrow's my third session, and I really hope that it kills the thing, because I feel like it's either that my problem's either I'm gonna win, or my corn is gonna win.
But did you was it expensive, the procedure? I'm just curious.
Well,
Or
with
what
my-
did your insurance paid for?
Yeah, my insurance paid for most of it. I'm just doing $50 for the whole thing.
That's pretty good. See,
Yeah.
having insurance though, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, like, cause like remember when I had my ear infection,
Mm-hmm.
dude, like the overall procedure, everything with the what is it called, the injection of the steroids and all that, it was only like 20, like maybe added up like $60. That's when my pain medication with, like, cause it gave me pain, like steroids and all that to take too. But the antibiotics and all that. But they made me take that. But I'm back to normal, dude. And that was scary. Remember I was talking to you? Yeah, they're all making fun of me. You guys are all, even my coworker till this day, he always makes fun of me. He's like, bro, you're a freaking dirty ear, because it was scabbing, you know? So, but bro, like, you're right, Herbert. Last time we were talking on the phone, you're like, dude, we're getting older, dude. Like, what's going on? Like, I know me and you've been, like I said, my ear infection.
You guys have had some like strange things happen.
No, Herbert had more than me, but was Herbert.
I guess.
But I know, Ronnie, you haven't had any, huh?
No, luckily, I mean, knock on wood. But honestly, okay, speaking about insurance though, like, I know I have insurance myself, and we had open enrollment on my work, and I had asked, I was like, hey, honestly, like, I don't even know what I have. Like, can I get like my info? Because I haven't gotten a physical or blood work done in like 2 years.
Oh shit.
And so then I was talking to my coworkers, and obviously they're older, and they laughed at me, man. They're like, oh, how it must be nice to be young. They're like, we have to go every year, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I remember when I was young, like, I didn't really care. But
The
like,
older you get,
yeah, I was like, honestly, like, I kind of want to, like, you know, check up on myself.
it's like for us, like for sure dentists, I go every 6, you know how they have 6 months cleaning, and then like cavity check. Yeah. And then, you know, right now I have braces, so I have to even go like more often because of my braces. Yeah. Sometimes I break, brackets and stuff, so I have to go. But dude, it's almost been a year though. Dude, time flies.
It's been a year since you got your braces?
Yeah, last November.
Yeah.
It's almost gonna be not right now, but like it's almost gonna be a year.
Time flies, man.
I
Like,
still remember that emoji that Ronnie made with the braces and
I put braces, a little like fake mustache. It was great.
I think Ronnie, you had a Invisalign, right?
Yeah.
You and Herbert had Invisalign.
Yeah.
You guys are done already.
Yeah. I just have to wear it at night, I guess. But yeah, we're pretty basically done. It's kind of cool.
So Mark, do you go to the dentist or the doctor?
Yeah, I mean, so right now I don't have any insurance.
You better buy some, bro.
I know. So I had insurance through my work, and then probably I want to say around like maybe November, December last year, it got slow, you know, at the restaurant I work at, and at that point my manager was just like, all right, like I need to cut back on hours for people. And obviously I had 5 days already. So, you know, obviously I was going to be like one of the main targets to be cut back on. So I lost a day. And then for that reason, you know, I'm supposed to average in order to like qualify for my insurance to work, because the way they do it is if you average 32 hours a week for, I think it's like 2 months or something like that, or 3 months, like then you qualify for the insurance. And I was doing that no problem. And then we cut back and I stopped averaging those hours, that I needed. And so, I mean, it was pretty good insurance, like for the most part. Like I had like the cheapest option, but basically they paid for half of it. And then the other half was taken out of my paychecks like every 2 weeks. So like I'd pay like, I think my portion that I was paying was like $150 a month. So every 2 weeks I was getting like $75 deducted, which is nothing, you know, in retrospect. But since I stopped getting those hours for a certain period of time,
you didn't qualify anymore?
Yeah, I think it was for like 3 months, because they told me that due to it being slow, they had to cut back. But for whatever reason during that time, my manager at the time kept hiring people even though it was slow. So then we're bringing on all these new people. There needs to be more hours available.
So your hours got cut even further?
So not mine in particular. I mean, to an extent, yes. But he would like, I talked to him about it. So sometimes he would give me the shifts if he had them. If not, then I wouldn't get them. And so for that reason, like I stopped qualifying for the insurance, and I had to, you know, that's why I don't have insurance right now. And it's just like, I looked into other insurance plans, but it's just so damn expensive.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and like basically for like, I was looking at like Covered California and stuff. And like for me alone, like it was going to be almost, I think it was like $285. And like the insurance, it was still going to be the same shit as what I had like through my work, but I was going to be paying like almost, you know, double what I was paying. And like, it wasn't like any better. Like my co-payments, I think were going to be the same or more expensive through Covered California and all that stuff. And at the time I didn't have like the second job either. So I didn't want to like spring out for that extra money. Yeah. But I mean, now I could, I guess. So,
but you're young though right now. So that's kind of like what Ronnie was saying.
Honestly,
I did go and like take care of all my, like, you know, I took advantage of the insurance while I had it.
Yeah.
You know, got my physicals done and everything, blood work, all that stuff. So everything was fine. But, you know, I should get insurance, you know, especially considering
that honestly, it's a scary thought.
I have a family and everything, you know. I need to make sure like I'm healthy and all that stuff.
Yeah, because you hear all these stories about like, I don't know, like a freak accident happens and then like.
No, yeah, exactly. Like I've gone to the doctors a couple times since I lost my insurance, and it's not cheap.
Yeah, no.
Like one time in particular, I got sick. I want to say, I don't know how many months ago it was, maybe like 8 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And for the doctor's visit alone, since I was an existing patient, I got lucky and they only charged me, I think, $75 for the visit. But for new patients, if I hadn't been going like to that doctor, my same doctor already, like I think the starting payment for a new patient without insurance, it was like $150. And I had like a really bad ear infection at the time.
Like me.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Man,
bro.
what's up with
like,
you
it was
guys?
Bad. Like I had fluid coming out of my ear and everything.
Okay, I didn't have that.
Like it was.
But
really, it was
you
really
didn't.
bad.
Your face didn't get paralyzed, right?
No.
That's not good.
Damn. Hey, you're always trying to win.
No,
dude.
I was saying that was bad, bro. That was scary. I'm not saying that was bad.
So I went.
I remember it was scary because Jonathan did not talk as much. That's when I knew it was like something's up. Like
Yeah,
I know his face is not up, but like
Definitely.
Now it's up.
Definitely. But honestly, it pays off to have insurance even if you're not using it all the time, because like I said, this visit alone cost me $75, which was more. I think it was 75 or 100. I don't remember. Something like that. But either way, it was still more than my initial co-payment. And then the medication that he prescribed me, the medication alone was going to be another $100 just for the medication. And I got lucky being that, you know, the CVS that I would go to is inside of Target by my apartment.
Yeah.
And so I was always going there to pick up my girlfriend's like thyroid medication or whatever it was. You know, I was always going there to get her prescriptions. And so the lady that worked there, the pharmacy tech or whatever, she recognized me. So she like knew at this point because I go there so frequently to pick up the prescriptions. And luckily she gave me like a $80 off coupon off the medication. So instead of paying like $100, I only paid $20 for the medication.
Damn.
But like, obviously if I would have had insurance, it would have probably been with my insurance, probably around like $4 or $5 for the medication. But like I said, I would say definitely important to have that.
Dude, I love Kaiser. Like Kaiser, because Kaiser, everything, they have their own pharmacy. Like in-house. Like you go downstairs and you have like CAT scan or like, x-rays or whatever. Go upstairs and then you get like them. They'll look at it on the spot and then go downstairs and then there's pharmacy. You know what I mean? So it's all in one. But I heard bad stories about it. Sometimes if like you really need them, like it's kind of hard to get an appointment. So, but when I had my ear infection, like, dude, I just went to urgent care and because I was scared, bro. Like you saw, I was fucking, my face was like fucking paralyzed, right? So I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's scary as hell. Like me being fit or healthy, right? It's like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? But
you're like, I'm a baddie. Like, this isn't supposed to happen. Like,
I was wearing my baddie shirt, and I was like, what the hell?
Like, come on, please work.
He was yelling at the mirrors. Like,
I was trying to give him a sticker, and they didn't want to take the sticker, but.
Do you throw in the bucket hat too? Like maybe go away. Like,
I know, dude. I actually have the bucket hat, but no. And then I kind of like thought about Enrique. Like, yeah, baddies don't sound good. Like, why are you saying that? So, but yeah, Enrique killed the vibes and stuff. But no, we're baddies though. Did
you ever cover the wrong side of your face in the mirrors, like just to see?
No,
like the Phantom of the Opera, like.
No,
one of those masks.
You guys are dicks. No,
he like wore a cape in the house and shit.
You should have cropped the bad side with the good side and have a selfie like that, so both sides are messed up. That would have been funny.
Ooh,
damn, you're messed up, dude.
No, it's a joke amongst friends. It's okay. We're not insulting.
But I'm back though. But yeah, so
you still look funny, but
it wasn't a good look because you're already not that attractive, and that did not help.
Okay,
you went from like a 6 to a 5, but like it's fine.
And
it's
I'm
cool.
back at 9.
Yikes.
And now you're back at 7.
But yeah, so what was I say? I was gonna say, me and Carlos went. Enrique too, but me and Carlos went up on last Friday. We went up cycling up GMR. We went at night, and there's some people that like we have friends up there. I guess that they have telescopes, and me and Carlos saw the moon, and the telescope. We saw Saturn, which I never seen in a telescope, and then we saw Enrique's favorite. Elon Musk, like his favorite like guy in the world.
Why do you have to bring up Elon Musk?
We saw.
Did you guys see a satellite?
No, we saw the Starlink, dude. We saw 21 of them.
It's like a straight line of like, let's say 6. Let's just give a number 6 of like straight lines of dots of light in the sky that you see moving like a satellite. So they're moving to a direction, but they're in a straight line. Which us humans and our history of humans, we've never seen something like that because we're used to seeing stars, not our own satellites. You see one satellite and you see one little moving thing. But to see like 6 of them in a row moving like aligned, that must be cool to look at.
And we saw 21 of them though. It was a lot.
Also, that's long then. You can imagine it was a long strip in the sky of moving dots.
We should start a space program.
We should send Enrique to space.
I would love that. I want to go to the moon.
Can we send Enrique to space?
It'll be the first. Oh no, there's already been a monkey in space.
Okay, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, I would love to go to the moon.
He'll be the second monkey.
The Russians sent one, right? Who was
the Russians' rocket recently crashed in the moon? They failed because
did you see the Indians went to the
I was
dark side of the moon?
The Russians were trying to win because it's almost like a race again. They were trying to be the first ones there to I think the South Pole of the moon. That's where there's a projected water, signs of life, et cetera, right? Science stuff. But Russians rushed it, and because they rushed it, I want to assume that they made a mistake here and there, which is fine. But they crashed a rocket, so they're done. And then India was like a week or a month after them, and they actually landed, which is hard to land on the moon. I think they're the 4th country to ever land in the moon. But they're the first to land in the South Pole of the moon, so they're gonna do some crazy research.
What's harder? Landing on Herbert's mom, but no,
that's crazy. But if I ever space travel, which I would want to, it would be to Earth's orbit or the moon. I don't want to go to Mars yet.
No, do you know what's a good orbit to try to get? Is probably Jonathan's mom.
Oh my goodness, I saw that coming.
What if the Indians try to land on Jonathan's mom?
You're so bad. No, but okay,
a 6-month trip.
But going back to the satellite, so I thought that the satellite. Well, I went home, and when you get curious and you start like looking up stuff, and the satellites.
How do you know there were Starlink satellites?
Because they're like in a row, like the people there, the guys, like they're actually there and looking at the sky the whole time, so they know what Starlink, and they launched it. Enrique probably knows the launch date, but they launched it like the week or 2 weeks before, so it's still like an orbital in a way that you could see it. When we saw them though, they don't have lights. Like they're not programmed to have like freaking lights, right?
Yeah.
The sunlight.
It's the reflection of the sun,
reflection of
like
the
it is
sun.
with any
Yeah.
satellite or anything you see in the sky that's like that far away. It's never because they have lights. It's the reflection of the sun. Like
Which
the
I-
moon.
which I
When the
didn't
moon
know.
shines on us, it's the reflection of the sun. The moon does not have lights, so we can see it. It's the reflection of the sun.
Ronnie's like, hell yeah. See, Ronnie, come
Yeah.
on. Do you guys ever
And
take?
it's crazy that you only saw like 20 something of them because there's already like thousands. I don't want to say hundreds of thousands, but like thousands of like satellites from Starlink that are out there. But to see 21 in a row lined up, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
But it was cool. Yeah, it was cool to see. Me and Carlos were happy because it was like I said, a Friday night. We didn't know we were gonna see that. We just stopped and we were talking to them, and we finally stopped. And we're like, "Hey, can we see like the telescope? What are you guys looking at?" And they said, "Come back in an hour," because we saw them like going up to like the halfway point where like when we like find like stop and turn back, and they say, "Come back like in 30 minutes," and Saturn's gonna be up, because Saturn has to, like at a certain time it goes higher and higher. So
Wow.
How did
We went-
Saturn learn? How did Saturn look in the telescope?
it looks smaller than the moon. Like,
Did you see the ring?
yeah, we saw the ring.
That's
It was like
cool.
a little like it was cool, bro.
Like
Badass.
it's really cool to talk about these things, but when you actually see them, it's not as exciting. Like at school, the astrology club, which I just signed up to be a member for fun, even though I don't participate in anything. But every Tuesday night, we go to the rooftop of one of the towers there at Long Beach, and they have like expensive satellites, like 10 of them up there. And I've gone a couple times just to see stuff, and I've seen almost every planet, but it's not as exciting because again, they are zoomed in, but like you don't see much.
I feel the
Yeah.
same way because the first time I had like a date with Johnson's mom, like it was
Oh my
cool.
God.
Like she was experienced, but then the third time, fourth time, I was like, wait, this is the same stuff. She does the same moves.
It's your mom too. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's cool. It's cool like seeing it's cool to see it though. If you never seen it in like in a telescope, like I recommend you guys to go out there, join a club, meet someone that has a telescope and see the stars. I know there's been a lot of the meteor showers like every weekend, or like I know there's some dates that you can see them, but you got to go like to Joshua Tree or Death Valley. But I know recently with the rain, a lot of people with the Hurricane Hillary, a lot of people were like scared and people weren't moving around. But some people, I don't know, on Instagram, I was looking at like Californians, like we don't care. Like we're always like up and going, like having a good time. They're saying like, it's going to be the best party ever. Did you see those
Dude,
memes?
the way Californian people prepared for the hurricane.
Stocking up on everything, rushing.
Well,
to the
I mean, I would
store.
even call that a minority because most people did nothing.
I
They did absolutely nothing to prepare for
I
this.
actually went out that night. It was great.
Dude, I was driving in the freeway like all the way to Torrance and back that day. Like I was, and all the news, I kept getting my phone notifications. Do not drive. Do not do this. Possible extreme chance of
Like
flooding,
flooding.
et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, okay. And I was just driving. It was just a normal day with rain. But that's because we got the end of it.
Yeah.
I think closer to San Diego was worse and Mexico was bad. But like it was bad in a couple places because hurricanes aren't no joke. But like we got the end of it. So we got to do nothing. But
There is places though, like the Indio or Palm Springs, that the highway was like flooded, and there were some places that for sure they got hit hard, but we didn't. We got lucky enough that here in the LA area we didn't get hit that bad. But I know there are some areas that were bad, and I think Death Valley. I'll end it with this, but Death Valley got the most rain. Like they basically got a year full of rain in one day.
Whoa.
Death Valley, bro. A year full of rain in one day just because of this hurricane. Or
and we're
tropical
still going to
storm.
be in a drought next month.
Oh,
No, we're not.
man.
I think we have enough water.
Well, that's the thing about that we can only catch and conserve
So
so
much.
much water that like it doesn't matter how much it rains. We need it to rain this much like once a month, and then we won't be in a drought. But when it rains a lot consecutively, like a lot of it goes back to the ocean because we can't catch it.
For Herbert's mom catches a lot.
When our reservoirs are full, then that's just it. You know what I mean? When they get full, everything else goes to the ocean. So like our reservoirs are only keep us alive for so long, and that's the problem. We need more bigger pools and stuff. But
Start making pools at home just to catch water. Now, but yeah, we'll end it with that. But there's so much going on. Stay tuned. Come join us in our runs because we still do a Thursday night runs. Enrique's not going to join us because he has school, but just pass your classes. Enrique will like save you. Herbert, come back strong because your corn is like messed you up for a while.
I might be able to join if I drop this class. I'm trying to find another one to replace it, but
No, do not
It's a
drop
G or what?
well, drop and get another one.
Is
So
it
like
a
I'll still
G?
be no, it's not a G. I need it, but like I don't need it this semester. I can do it next semester. Like it's not gonna hold me back if I drop it. But I just have a really bad professor. Like he was insulting everybody today. It was funny.
Whoa. All right. Well, we might see Enrique.
So maybe in the next week or two, if you see me, that's because I dropped a class. If not, then I'm still pushing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to us. If you guys want to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and then we have the TikTok for the workouts and Instagram for the reels. We've been doing cycling, some hiking here and there. And stay tuned for the night hikes and coming up. And we have a special event coming up sooner than later. So just stay tuned.